right, we are back here at CT GamerCon at the Mohegan Sun. We're back with our friend Tobias, Dr. Chopper. We met him back in a few months ago at the great Boom Tube Comics, 1475 Meriden Waterbury Road.
You really got that
I
down.
still got that down. I said it 97 times that day. Go see Dan, because as a matter of fact, well, this is on YouTube, today's Hellboy Day. And he's having some fun stuff going on there as well. So let's celebrate the 25th anniversary of Mike Mignola's most famous creation. But right now...
And you can see some Dr. Chopper stuff there.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. He sells through there. And when we met Tobias last time, he had brought along a pretty decent grouping of stuff, but now we're seeing a lot more. If you just get a look here behind all the different size frames, you go anywhere from, look at this right here.
Exactly.
Look at this. Look at that. It's a comic book with one of the Hostess ads from the late 70s, early 80s.
Love the Hostess
which
ads.
is the coolest thing here. The D&D ad for the comic books back in, what, 82, 83?
82. Yeah, this came out of a Superman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love this.
I never want to let any part of the animal go to waste.
Sure.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There you go. When Dr. Chopper chops, it's not there's nothing getting like hosed down into a sewer somewhere.
No.
We got everything. As a matter of fact, I guarantee you that somewhere in like probably little 10-year-old writing, there's a little John Johnson. Whatever the address was, Portland, Connecticut.
I would have made a copy of it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Never take it out of the copy.
But you know, and when you go through too, it's funny because you hit books where the Marvel value stamps go on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like or you'll where it is filled in. I had a Green Lantern book that Mary decided to write her name on every single page.
Well, it was Mary's book.
It was Mary's.
Every page was Mary.
And she wanted Mary wanted everybody to know it was hers. But you know what? It still went to good use. I was still able to use some of the pieces from it, make a good Green Lantern
That kind
piece.
of adds to the idea of a comic book as it is. It's not just for kids, but it is like an early kids literature, and kids do stuff like that. So kind of like it kind of adds to the story of that comic book.
It really, it's almost, it gives it that extra flavor because you're sitting there realizing, I mean, I know about you guys, for me, 10, 11 with the flashlight on, reading under the covers at night, it's like those books, those books that were not put in Mylar, were not automatically put in backing boards, and they're beat. But you know what? They were loved. They were enjoyed.
Well read.
I got a stack of Mad magazines without the covers on them. So
there you go. There you go.
Go back to when my brother and sister were reading them. So.
Exactly. So I mean, it's really, and I'm starting to branch out now, doing some Mad magazine stuff. Geez. Somebody brought me a Sports Illustrated to work with to do a Sports Illustrated.
I mean, really,
is that the nude issue?
No, it was Ali actually. Pretty cool.
There's really nothing in the end that. Now that you've started this, like you said, less than a year ago, right? TrifiCon last year. There's nothing saying that you have to do strictly comic stuff, and that's what you're branching off into. Yeah. As we see, you've got here. I mean, it's comic book related, but a video game ad, right? Lou knows. You've got a Masters of the Universe in television ad, or Atari, whatever that was.
Television, which I just found out that this is the most expensive cartridge in television cartridge.
No kidding. That's funny.
I saw you have a stack of Intellivision cartridges.
My Hulkamaniacs! Oh, yeah! Oh, that was Macho Man, wasn't it?
You know what? Close enough. Close enough.
So it's fun, and we even have a G.I. Joe over there.
He's got a G.I. Joe over there with the fan club, and it has one of the file cards. If you were a fan of the 82, 83 G.I. Joes, you know that they came with the file card.
Give Gary a reason to come down here today.
Yeah.
And this one, man, these were the back of how many comics?
Every comic.
Dr. J and Rick Barry coming on down.
You know you want it, Gary.
Man.
This is how I got to learn Julius Irving's real name.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there you
on
go.
the back of these. Like, Dr. J, Julius Irving.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's, and plus, there's so many characters out there. I want to reiterate again. Go to my website, CodakchromeComicShop.com with a C. Codakhrome. I don't want any trouble with Kodak, so
Panic Comics does not approve of any trouble with Kodak.
But by the way, I picked that. I said, why'd you pick that name? Well, I used to shoot film back in the day. Remember when you actually loaded film in a camera?
Oh yeah.
And Codakhrome was one of my favorite because it was such a deep, rich film for colors. Yep. A lot of the National Geographics in the 70s and early 80s were shot with Codakhrome film. So I always thought that for this is the full range of color, the full rainbow of a comic book. So I kind of reiterated that name.
There you go.
What do they call
The
that?
colors.
The 4-color. I don't remember what they were though. We learned that from our friend Mike Kelleher. I don't remember what it was.
So I went for that, and I just figured I'd switch some letters, kind of like there's a guy named Tom Cruise instead of it's Com Truise. He's an electronic musician, but instead of Tom Cruise, he's Com Truise. So I'm like, I'll do that thing, like that cool hipster thing.
Well, and also, I mean, not to mention, even if you don't know about the film, Codakhrome is just it just sounds cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Really does.
It just sounds good.
It really does. So CodachromeComicShop.com. Reach out to me if there's something you're looking for. Birthdays, anniversaries, milestones. These make great presents for any comic book.
They're awesome, and they're priced very reasonably. And we talked about a few minutes ago, we obviously met you at BoomTube. You just recently did Big Apple Comic Con. You're doing this today. You're doing Terrificon. Are you doing any other shows or events as of right now?
Oh my gosh, yes. So we got in May. I'm doing in April. I'm doing the Little Giant Comics Old School Comics Show up in Concord, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Then I'm also doing the June. I'm doing the Eternal Con at the Nassau Coliseum out on the island.
Wow.
Then July, I'm going back into my cave to make some more of these. Then August, I hit Terrificon. And then maybe, if all my cards fill in right, I'm looking at maybe Baltimore.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so that's in October.
All right, and we want to stress too, real quick, again, we talked about it last time, you don't just look at what you have here and you pick out of it. It's like buying a car. You sit down with Tobias, you give him the book you want, you consult, you tell him, I want this panel, I want that panel, and it's made to order. So
you want Shogun Warriors?
Yeah.
Just like
really.
You want Battlestar Galactica from 1977?
That's right. For some reason, you want that issue of Prez, like eternalized inside of a shadow box. This is the guy to see.
Somebody said, what's the weirdest one you've ever done? And I have to say, I haven't really been hit with anything too crazy.
No?
No. I mean,
that might be a challenge.
There's some Image
Hit
comic
Parader
stuff,
magazine.
but I know that there's people out there that don't think Image comic stuff's weird.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean,
Depends on the issue.
Everything's everything's usually heroes, but it's like I did an Ice Cream Man one comic. I did a Saga. I did one of those. But the worst one I've ever did was for Dan, actually, at BoomTube. He wanted to give it to a friend. It was Groot. And in the Groot comic, the only thing that he says throughout the whole comic is,
I am Groot.
So it's kind of hard to kind of feature Groot and tell a story in the collage with just I am Groot and everything. So that was my biggest challenge. And when I was done with that, I was just saying I am Groot to everybody around me for an hour or two. I am Groot. You know what's crazy about GamerCon? So I've been to the Comic Con. It's my first GamerCon. Yep. Right across from me, we have Gandalf.
I mean, it's like I think Lou got a picture with him.
Pictures.
You get, I mean, I'm used to seeing Thor, maybe Stormtroopers, things like that. But it's like you're seeing some different type of characters.
You're going to see some crossover fandom, but you're also going to see like the girl dressed like Link playing the ocarina. She was here a couple years ago, just walking around the whole time. Playing the ocarina, she actually
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean it's pretty cool. It's kind of nice. It's a different flavor. I think it's nice.
All right, so you got to check out Tobias. Go to the website, and now here's the question. This is a good question. You're in Connecticut, obviously. Do you work with people sending stuff in and shipping stuff out?
I totally do. In fact, you can link to my Etsy page, and you can I do all my commissions through Etsy. Oh, cool. So that helps with shipping.
So you got no reason not. You can't just look at this and go, I'm in Michigan, they're in Connecticut. Yeah. He'll ship it out to you.
So make a phone call. You kind of talk to me a little bit about what the book is. You send me the book. I look at it. If I have any questions, I'll call you back. But usually, I'll pick up commissions at cons. People leave me stuff and say, go do it at home. I want you to have some fun with it, spend some time. Because at cons, it's a little hard because it's like you're kind of under the gun, So, But you know what? By the way, folks, I listen to Pint of Comics when I'm cutting. So just so you know, these guys are involved in the murder. If there was a court case, they would be accessories to the crime.
We're used to that here at the Pint. All right, so check Tobias out. We'll be back in a few minutes with some more stuff.